Men, girls' night is the most commonly used excuse for affair meetings because it provides perfect cover that you're socially expected not to question. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit hype to boost this episode. Drop a comment below with your city or country. I'm always curious where viewers are joining from. Girls' Night Excuse 1, the last-minute girls' night that just came together. When she announces with minimal advance notice that she's going out with girls tonight because we all just decided to get together, and this spontaneous gathering requires her to be gone for hours with vague plans about where they're going or what they're doing, the last-minute nature and vague details reveal this isn't actually coordinated friend gathering. It's excuse created quickly to cover a fair partner meeting that just became available. What this actually means. This means a fair partner's schedule suddenly opened up, and she needs immediate excuse to meet him. Real friend gatherings require coordination among multiple people and typically involve advanced planning. True spontaneous meetups are casual and brief, not entire evenings. When spontaneous girls' night requires hours, and her immediate departure, spontaneity is cover for meeting someone whose availability just emerged. Notice how much advance notice she provides. If legitimate girls' nights usually get mentioned days ahead, but this one appears with 1 hour notice, timing difference reveals different nature. If sudden girls' nights become pattern, where she frequently announces unplanned evenings out, pattern suggests these aren't actually coordinated friend activities, but cover for someone's variable availability. Watch whether logistics seem rushed or vague. If she's leaving immediately without clear plans about where they're going or what they're doing, if details are fuzzy about which friends are involved or what the plan is, vagueness reveals this wasn't actually coordinated among group. Real plans have details. Cover stories have vagueness because details haven't been coordinated with supposed participants. Pay attention to whether she seems excited or stressed about sudden plans. If announcement of spontaneous girls' night comes with excitement disproportionate to casual friend gathering, excitement reveals she's looking forward to seeing someone specific. If she seems anxious or rushed, rather than casually happy about seeing friends, stress reveals managing deception rather than genuinely anticipating friend time. Observe whether these last-minute nights have patterns. If sudden girls' nights happen on specific days of week, if they correlate with your schedule being busy, if timing suggests coordination with external factor rather than friend availability, patterns reveal these evenings are planned around a fair partner's schedule, rather than being genuinely spontaneous friend gatherings. Why this is cover? This is cover because affair partners often have variable schedules or limited windows when they can meet. When opportunity arises, she needs immediate excuse that requires no advance coordination with you. Last-minute girls' night provides that excuse while making verification difficult, because friends allegedly just decided this spontaneously, so lack of advance planning seems explained. Girls' Night Excuse 2. Regular weekly girls' night that creates reliable schedule. When she establishes that every Thursday is girls' night, or first Friday of month is standing friend date, and this regularity creates predictable weekly or monthly window when she's unavailable, the scheduled nature makes it perfect cover for regular affair meetings that happen during that protected time block. What this actually means? This means she's created standing alibi that normalizes her regular absence. Affair partners who are also in relationships need regular scheduled times they can reliably meet. By establishing weekly or monthly girls' night, she creates time block where her absence is expected, explained, and unquestioned. This scheduled window becomes a fair meeting time, hidden inside supposedly routine friend activity. Notice if regularity seems unusual for friend dynamics. Real friend groups rarely maintain perfect weekly schedules without any cancellations, postponements, or weeks where it doesn't happen. If girls' night occurs with unusual consistency regardless of holidays, illnesses, or scheduling conflicts that would normally disrupt social plans. Reliability suggests protected time block rather than actual friend coordination. Watch whether she's inflexible about this schedule. If she won't miss girls' night for anything, if it takes priority over events with you or family obligations, if she becomes upset when anything threatens this schedule, rigidity reveals this time is critically important to her for reasons beyond seeing friends. Affair meetings can't be easily rescheduled. Friend gatherings can. Pay attention to whether details about these nights vary or stay similar. If every girls' night involves remarkably similar activities, if descriptions become generic without specific memorable events, if one night blends into another without distinction, similarity suggests fabricated routine rather than real gatherings that would have natural variation. Observe whether her mood or behavior changes around the schedule. If she's noticeably happier on girls' night days, if she's more attentive to appearance for these supposedly casual friend evenings, if anticipation seems disproportionate to seeing friends she sees regularly, emotional investment reveals someone beyond friends is reason for anticipation. Why this is cover? This is cover because regular scheduling makes absence routine and unquestionable. You stop asking where she's going because you know it's Thursday, and Thursday is girls' night. The predictability makes verification seem unnecessary. Meanwhile, scheduled girls' night provides perfect cover for regular meetings with a fair partner who also needs reliable windows when he can be unavailable from his obligations. Girls' night excuse. 3. The she's going through something. Girls' night that requires extended time. When she explains that she needs to be gone for extended period because her friend is going through breakup, family crisis, or difficult situation requiring emotional support, and this crisis creates multiple long evenings where she's supposedly providing comfort, the extended sympathetic presence is perfect cover for affair time disguised as friendship obligation. What this actually means. This means she's created excuse that justifies extensive time away while making questioning seem heartless. Who objects to their partner supporting friend through crisis? By framing extended absences as helping friend through difficulty, she makes any inquiry about where she is or what she's doing seem like you're opposing her being good friend during someone's crisis. Notice if friend's crisis seems to require unusual amount of time. If her presence is supposedly needed multiple nights per week for weeks, if friend supposedly can't be alone at all, if support requirements seem excessive for the described problem, extensive time requirements suggest the time isn't actually being spent supporting friend, but is instead a fair time. Watch whether you ever hear directly from the friend in crisis. If friend supposedly needs constant support, but never contacts your partner when you're around, if you never hear about this crisis from anyone but your partner, if friend's social media shows normal life rather than crisis, disconnect between claimed crisis and observable reality reveals crisis is fabricated excuse. Pay attention to whether crisis details make sense. If story about friend's difficulties includes inconsistencies, if timeline doesn't add up, if severity seems to fluctuate based on how much time she needs to be gone, rather than following natural progression, inconsistencies reveal fabricated crisis rather than real friend situation. Observe whether these support sessions have specific patterns. If friend supposedly needs her on days that correlate with affair partner's likely availability, if support timing is consistent rather than variable like real crisis needs, if she's needed at specific times rather than unpredictable crisis moments, patterns suggest coordination around affair schedule rather than responding to genuine friend needs. Why this is cover? This is cover because crisis framework creates extended justified absence while preventing questioning. You can't verify friend is actually in crisis without seeming heartless. You can't question whether friend needs that much support without appearing unsympathetic. Crisis excuse exploits your empathy while providing unlimited time justification for however much affair time she needs. Girls' night excuse. 4. Celebration or special occasion that requires fancy preparation. When girls' night is framed as celebrating someone's birthday, promotion, engagement, or other special occasion that explains why she's dressing up more than normal casual friend gathering, getting hair and makeup done, and putting unusual effort into appearance for supposedly just seeing female friends, special occasion is cover for meeting a fair partner when she wants to look her best for him. What this actually means? This means the person she's actually preparing for isn't female friends, but a fair partner, and special occasion provides explanation for why she's putting in effort that would otherwise seem excessive for friends-only evening. The celebration framework justifies appearance investment that's actually for impressing a fair partner during meeting disguised as friend event. Notice if appearance preparation seems disproportionate, if she's getting hair professionally done for friend's casual birthday dinner, if she's wearing outfit more appropriate for date than friend gathering, if makeup and styling effort exceeds what girls' night would warrant. Excessive preparation reveals she's actually preparing for someone whose opinion matters in romantic way. Watch whether supposed celebration details check out. If friend supposedly had birthday celebration, but friend's social media shows no birthday, if engagement party occurred, but no engagement exists, if promotion celebration doesn't align with friend's actual career situation, mismatches between claimed celebration and verifiable facts reveal fabricated occasion. Pay attention to whether you're deliberately excluded from celebration. If occasion supposedly warrants celebration, but she ensures you're not included or informed about details. If you're kept away from event that would normally welcome partners, exclusion reveals your presence would expose that event isn't what she's claiming. Observe whether these celebrations require extended time. If birthday dinner supposedly lasts 5 hours, if celebration events consistently run very late, if time requirements exceed what event would naturally take, extended duration reveals time is being spent elsewhere with someone who isn't part of any friend celebration. Why this is cover? This is cover because special occasions justify appearance investment and extended time away, while providing specific excuse that seems verifiable. Celebrations seem like one-time events rather than patterns, making them less suspicious than regular girls' nights. But when celebrations become frequent or details don't match reality, they're cover for affair meetings where she wants to be especially attractive. Girls' night excuse. 5. Girls' trip or weekend away that creates extended unmonitored time. When she announces girls' weekend trip, spa getaway, or multi-day event with friends that takes her away for extended period. And this trip provides days of essentially unverifiable time where you can't confirm activities or whereabouts. Extended trips are perfect cover for concentrated affair time disguised as friend bonding. What this actually means, this means she's creating multiple days where she'll be completely unavailable and unaccountable, claiming to be with friends, but potentially spending significant time with a fair partner. Weekend trips provide cover for affair partner meetings, overnight stays, or concentrated time together that can't happen during regular weekly pattern. The trip framework makes verification nearly impossible. Notice if trip logistics seem unusual or vague, if destination, accommodation, or specific plans are unclear, if she's vague about where exactly they're staying or what the itinerary is, if details that would normally be shared about upcoming trip are missing, vagueness reveals she can't provide specifics because trip isn't what she's claiming. Watch whether friends are actually going. If you ask to see pictures after trip, and there aren't any, if supposed trip participants' social media shows they were elsewhere, if stories about trip don't match what friends post about their weekends, disconnect reveals she wasn't actually with friends for the whole trip, or possibly at all. Pay attention to whether she's unreachable during trip, if phone is off for extended periods, if she's not answering texts or calls, with explanation that they're busy or somewhere without service. If unavailability seems excessive for friend trip, unreachability creates windows when she's with affair partner and can't be interrupted. Observe whether trip timing correlates with opportunities. If girls' trip happens when you're also traveling, so her absence isn't noticeable at home. If timing aligns with when affair partner could also be away. If scheduling suggests coordination beyond friend availability, patterns reveal trip is cover for affair rather than genuine friend activity. Why this is cover? This is cover because multi-day trips provide concentrated affair time while making verification nearly impossible. You can't check on her activities hour by hour when she's supposedly away with friends. Weekend format allows for overnight stays with affair partner. Group trip framework means she can claim to have been with different friends at different times, making verification require checking with multiple people who all might be providing coordinated cover. Girls' night excuse. 6. Girls' night that keeps getting extended or runs very late. When she leaves for girls' night saying she'll be back by 11 p.m., but midnight comes with text that they're having such good time they're staying out later, then 1 a.m. with another extension, and she finally returns at 3 a.m. with explanation that time just got away from them. Repeatedly extended evening reveals she wasn't where she said for duration she claimed. What this actually means. This means original girls' night plan either didn't happen or ended early, and extensions are covering additional time spent with affair partner. Real friend evenings have natural endpoints. Repeatedly extended nights that keep pushing later suggest she's with someone she doesn't want to leave and is buying time in increments while managing your expectations through progressive updates. Notice if extensions have become pattern. If girls' nights regularly run hours later than originally stated, if she consistently underestimates how long she'll be gone, if return time keeps getting pushed back, pattern reveals original timing was never real plan. She tells you early time to make activity seem brief and innocent while planning to be out much later with affair partner. Watch how extensions are communicated. If updates come via text with vague explanations, if she's not answering phone when you call to check on late return, if communication during extensions is minimal, limited contact reveals she can't talk because circumstances don't match what she's claiming. Text allows her to manage message without background noise or questions exposing her real location. Pay attention to explanations for why time extended. If reasons seem weak, they decided to go somewhere else, they're having too much fun, one more drink, time got away. If extensions seem to happen without specific cause, vague justifications reveal she's creating excuses for time spent elsewhere. Observe her condition when she finally returns. If she returns from 5-hour evening with friends not seeming tired, if she seems energized rather than exhausted, if she doesn't smell like bar or restaurant, despite claiming that's where she was, physical evidence doesn't match claimed activities. If she seems freshly showered or appearance suggests she changed clothes, evidence reveals activities beyond friend gathering. Why this is cover? This is cover because extensions allow her to spend time with affair partner while managing your expectations through progressive updates. Initial modest plan, home by 11, seems innocent. Extensions create longer window without having to explain upfront why she needs to be gone until 3 a.m. Each update buys more affair time while appearing like spontaneous fun with friends got out of hand. Girls' night excuse. 7. Girls' night at someone's house where no one else can verify location. When she claims girls' night is at friend's house rather than public venue, and this private location means no restaurant receipts, no public photos, no bartenders or servers who could theoretically confirm presence. Just her word and friend's confirmation that she was at private residence all evening, unverifiable private location, is perfect cover for being elsewhere. What this actually means? This means she's eliminated all potential independent verification by claiming to be at location with no public evidence. Private residence girls' night produces no credit card trails, no social media check-ins, no possibility of running into anyone, no evidence beyond coordinated stories from her and friend. She could have been anywhere but claims to have been at friend's house where only friend can confirm. Notice if private location nights happen more frequently than public ones. If girls' nights at houses became more common than going out, if shift toward private locations occurred around when you suspect affair started, location change reveals she's eliminating verification opportunities that public venues provide. Watch whether these private nights produce any evidence. If she claims to have spent evening at friend's house but there are no photos, if multiple women supposedly gathered but no one posted anything, if entire evening produced zero evidence despite hours of socializing, absence of any documentation seems suspicious for social gathering in photo-heavy culture. Pay attention to whether friend actually has space for hosting. If friend lives in small apartment but supposedly hosts groups regularly, if logistics don't make sense for claimed gathering, if you've never heard of friend hosting before, but suddenly that's regular occurrence, implausibility suggests private location is fabricated. Observe whether she can provide specific details about evening. If you ask what friend's house looks like, what they did, what conversations happened, and she's vague or inconsistent, lack of detail reveals she wasn't actually there. People who spend evening at location can describe it. People who claim to have been somewhere they weren't can't provide convincing details. Why this is cover? This is cover because private locations eliminate verification opportunities. No receipts to find, no social media evidence to check, no public place you could theoretically confirm she visited. Only coordinated confirmation from friend who's agreed to say she was there. Private venue claim provides perfect unverifiable alibi while she's actually meeting affair partner elsewhere.